Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
This is Mr. Chris Claremont, a legend.
Melanie goes,
Tired.
Welcome to Near Mint Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. I'm the Astonishing Melanie, and today I'm going to do an overview of Catwoman Lonely City by Cliff Chiang, so stay tuned! This Catwoman Lonely City OHC collects the complete mini-series of issues 1 through 4. It is under DC's Black Label, so that means it's rated ages 17 and up. It contains 200 pages that are numbered and retails for $29.99. I love this cover. It's the cover of the first issue and has the many faces of Catwoman compiled in a montage inside her shadow against the side of the building. Let's crack open the book and look at some of the artwork inside. I forgot to mention, I like to point out this one here is my favorite, where she's wearing a cape and she's smiling. It's so cute and carefree. There's a joke in the story about the choice of Catwoman posters that two characters made as kids. One chose the black costume with the goggles and the other chose the purple tight-fitting costume, which her breasts are very dominant, so that was fun. On the inside of the dust jacket says, so I'll just have to prove myself, ... again. This is not necessarily set in continuity or considered in continuity because it is Black Label. It's in the future where Catwoman is alone. Oh goodness, in the city. What has happened? However, wait a second. Let me show you this first. We met Cliff Chiang at New York Comic Con, and he drew this lovely, classy, cute remark, and I just wanted to show it off. Yay! And he was a great guy. He was very humble and took his time with people, and he just seemed like he was really glad to be there. So the end sheets aren't in black, and here's a picture of Catwoman looking down at a jewel, and let me show you the back of the cover is just black, and then there is the spine. The issues are separated by the covers, which I appreciate. I'd like to know when I'm done with that issue. And the variant covers are in the back, along with sketches and some editor notes, so all the good fun stuff. So Catwoman has been released from jail after being arrested 10 years ago on Fool's Night, the attack from the Joker that took the lives of Batman, Nightwing, Commissioner Gordon, and the Joker himself. Selina is faced with the challenge of adjusting to a new Gotham that is run by Harvey Dent, who is up for a re-election as mayor. However, Barbara Gordon is going against him for that position. She's a city councilwoman. So it's not a spoiler that Batman is dead. Here in the first issue, she is gone to his grave along with Alfred's grave, Dick's grave, and paying her respects. And then after she's done with that, she moves forward with her life, trying to get back on her feet, monetary-wise. And she tries getting her money back from the Penguin, but she can't. He won't even give her a loan. So she breaks into Gotham Central, failing in the attempt, and we see that her age has slowed her down. She's at a crossroads, and we find out in her discussion with Barbara that she's interested in discovering the truth behind Orpheus, something that Barbara is surprised that she asks about. After drinking with Killer Croc and experiencing an unpleasant run-in with Harvey Dent, she decides to break into the Batcave on election night in order to discover the meaning behind Batman's last instructions that included the mysterious term of Orpheus. She's going to need help from Killer Croc and others, though, so I guess it won't be such a lonely city after all as she works through her grief. Get it? Get it? So that's the basic premise and what happens in issue 1. If you would like to skip spoilers now that you've had a taste of the art, hit the timestamp in the description. Otherwise, I'm going to be going through and pointing out some of the moments I loved from this book. So I'm not going to go through the whole story, just really cool panels or moments that I loved. So this first one is not a spoiler, right? It's I'm going backwards. I love this progression of panels here that we can see the time pass as she ponders and her face gets closer and closer to the camera, us. I also liked the relationship that she built, this friendship with Killer Croc. How he's here, he's asking for a place to stay, and she's like, "Oh, brother," and that during the a montage of them training and getting ready, just how he's goofy. It's the, what's it called? Oddball couple kind of dynamic, that they're arguing with each other. And it turns into a really sweet friendship. She happens to check in to the same hotel as the Riddler. And so they get together at the bar and have, it's not supposed to be a date, but it kind of like turns into a date. I love this. It's a great setup for later that they actually do hook up, and I find it believable. It was very surprising. Like, really? Selena and Riddler? Not that I've read that much of any stories, but I was pleasantly surprised. I love the new costume design. I think it would be cool to cosplay as that. I like here how Cliff drew another silhouetted shadow with memories running through her head. She's determined to see this thing through, finding out, break into the Batcave and finding out what Orpheus is and why Batman wants her to use it, to do what? What is it? Here's the second part of that joke I was talking about the choices of posters between the two kids. Wow, that was awkwardly phrased. What am I trying to say? The difference between the posters that these two young people chose of Catwoman. There's the joke. I love Poison Ivy in this book. I love how she's happy and free in Brazil, and I love her character design, that she's got a little weight on her hair, the vines around her. Yeah, I really like her. I notice here that whenever Selena is sitting down, she always looks stiff when she's not Catwoman. When she's Catwoman, she's more free and dynamic, or aerobatic. Is that a word? But when she's sitting, you can tell through the way her body's positioned that she's stiff and she's not resting in this position here. Another progression of time throughout prison, and the loneliness that now Selena is further away in each panel as the years go by. However, it says 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, because it is a flashback. But you understand it. Just flip it around. Time has been going by. Time has passed in the prison. Oh man, this part. Like, seriously, it's not just that Killer Croc died in this attempt, or dying. He's crushed. That she has to put a bullet in his head? Like, geez. And then this light here is such a stark contrast to the darkness where she and Killer Croc are hidden in the darkness, and we gotta go, and she says, "I know," and oh man, like, I like their friendship. I'm gonna cry. This was romantic between her and Batman. But when I do let myself dream, Selena, in that life, I'm with you. Oh my gosh, that was really romantic. I got goosebumps. Good job, Cliff Chiang. I didn't have a specific moment to pick for, oh shoot, what's the demon's name? Okay, you know what? Omar's editing this. Omar, keep it in. Just whatever his name is, that was cool that they all teamed up. I just don't have a specific moment. So we find out that Orpheus is a means that Bruce could use to come back to life, to just fight crime, even if it's for one more day. It could be a week. Like, it doesn't, I think Alfred survived a week. When he used it on Alfred, like, that it doesn't matter to him as long as he can fight crime just for a little bit longer. And she says, "The cake came first. I knew that. And yet nothing else mattered. Nobody else mattered. Not even me." Oh, that's so sad. And so, no, she's not going to bring him back to life. In fact, she's kind of expecting her own death, because this book is about her working through her grief for losing him, and how, now she has the opportunity to bring him back, but she's like, no, that's not the right way to do things. So it's very mature of her, and that she's grown, that she made that choice. And of course, all the cool action in the fight scenes as well. Ivy sacrificing herself, but we see on this page that a tree has sprouted up with red leaves. Like, she's fine. If she even said she's a perennial baby, and she's gonna be okay. And the commissioner's quote, as my father always said, "We are stronger when we are kind to each other, and unbeatable when we stand up for each other." Oh, that gives me goosebumps too. What a great quote. I'm really glad that she's with Eddie and that his daughter has taken on the role of Catwoman as well. I think that's cool. I'm glad she's not alone. And finally, this is a little cheesy, but that's okay. Like, this is a tiny, tiny small gripe. This book was so much fun. I think, see, she's talking with Barbara. When you turn the page and she says, she was wrong about these buildings. They look great at night, like jewels, and she's smiling. Maybe it didn't quite fit the tone for me for the rest of the book, but again, like, that is a very satisfying ending. She's not lonely anymore. That's what I look past this, perhaps this surface level of cheesiness, and she's not lonely anymore. I like that. Okay, here are the variant covers in the back. And I love that pop of color on each one. And these were by Cliff Chiang as well. And then we get to here. This one says by Jock. That's really cool. I love the silhouette of the city skyline there. This one is really funny, and I like the old school look of this one. Here we have the editor notes, how Cliff went through his creative process of creating this book. I mean, he colored and lettered it. He did it all. And his sketches. I'm not a fan of Barbara's hair. I like any of these except that. That's just me. I like the way Eddie looks. Etrigan? How do you say it? Yeah, that's the demon's name. And then, I didn't even talk about these characters. I liked them. They were cool too. And that's it. If you're interested in purchasing this book, please check out our sponsor.
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget, the CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more.
And that was my overview of Catwoman Lonely City. It's been out for a while now. Let us know in the comments if you read it already and you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it. What were some of your favorite parts of the story? Try to keep it spoiler free. And what do you think of the oversized hardcover format? I think Cliff Chiang's art definitely deserves it. It's gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe, and check out our Patreon. See if any tiers fit your geeky needs, whether you would like to join the Discord and talk about comics on a daily basis, or join us for our book club and ask me anythings. Thank you again so much for watching, and as always, stay minty.